I am really getting put out on my comfort zone this month. Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. If it's the first time here, you watch BookedonCharity, and welcome to my October TBR. If you made it into this video, thank you for clicking my video. Remember to subscribe. So the other day I set up a TBR jar. I'm still adding prompts as I think about them, but yeah, this is what we got. I wanna get, you see, the glass containers with the bamboo lids that we use for our kitchen stuff. I want to actually get one like that for my TBR jar, because I've seen some girlies doing that and it looks really pretty in the jar. This is essentially a pot plant. What? This is essentially a plant pot that I've been just using. But yeah, I've got my prompts in here. I am starting to use this method to choose my books because I want to try and concentrate on reading these books that are on my shelves, but make it interesting. All the prompts that I've written down, I've kind of like made sure that they fit most of the books that I have on my shelf, so that it makes it easier for me to pick, and it also gives me multiple selections, because if I do pick a book and I absolutely hate it, I want to be able to pick another book that fulfill the same prompt, if that makes sense. Okay, so yeah, this is what we're gonna do. I've decided that I'm gonna select 6 books. The reason for that is I sometimes tend to read a lot of books. Like I'll read 8 to 10 books a month, but a lot of it is through audiobook on SCRIBD or Libro FM, or graphic novels, because I'm doing a lot of that now on SCRIBD and Webtoon. So in terms of physical books, I haven't really been reading a lot of physical books because it needs time for me to sit and read, which I don't have a lot of. But when I am driving, I listen to audiobooks literally all the time, every single day. So this is why I can finish audiobooks. So yeah, let's get the babbling out of the way and select the first prompt. So let's see what this says. The first prompt, oh my gosh. Why is it doing this to me? But maybe it's high time. Maybe it's high time I actually finish this book. The first prompt is to read a memoir. First up, we've got Will by Will Smith and Mark Manson. So I laugh because I'm not in the mood for a memoir, but also, when am I in the mood for a memoir? I guess this is why I made this TBR jar, to also kind of like make me read out of my comfort zone, which is why I have all the books that I had selected that are on my African literature that I wanted to read in 2023, and I haven't even picked up one because I did not find a reason to pick up any of them. So this is why we have the TBR jar. But yes, Will by Will Smith, I do have the audiobook on Audible still. I used a free credit to get it, and then it's still there, hopefully. But I actually really enjoyed this book when I started listening to it, but I felt like it was way too good on the audio, and I really wanted to read it with a physical and tab it, because there were some really good moments in here, and I never got to do that. So I guess October will be my opportunity to do that. But as it is with memoirs, I don't read memoirs to rush through them and finish them. So even if I don't finish it in October, it's okay as long as I finish it, I guess, maybe before the end of this year. And I've got some tabs that I've bought from Vuvu's shop, which is called Hive Books at VuvuVenaReads.com. or Hive Books on Instagram. So I've got lots of tabs to tab this one, which it deserves. Okay, second book. Give me a good one. Give me a fantasy. Something where I can pick up a fantasy, man. Okay, let's see. A book published this year. Okay, so which books were published this year? I'm definitely picking a fantasy for this one. I'm also looking at books that are on my end of the year TBR because I'm trying to work through that as well. One for My Enemy by Olivia Blake came out this year. I'm trying to see if there's other books that might be calling to me. When was this published? I feel like I really want to read this book. Yeah, this was 2022. One for My Enemy by Olivia Blake. This book has been republished by Tor. It was published in the UK 2023 by Tor. I think it was previously published by somebody else, but this is a Romeo and Juliet retelling, and it's like a rival story between two families of witches. So looking forward to this. Okay, third selection. Let's do this quick before I start running out of battery. I am really getting put out on my comfort zone this month. Hey, read an African fiction. Goodness me. What did I just do? What did I just do to myself? I don't know. Okay, but I think I already know what I would want to pick up. My African literature sits down there. So I'm picking a book that is quite popular, and that is The Death of Vivek Oji by Akwege Emezi. I actually do really like this author, but I really got put out when I read You Made a Fool of Death with Your Beauty. I absolutely hated that book, and it gave me a pause on the author a little bit. But I hear from a lot of people that this is like one of their favorites that the author has written, and yeah, looking forward to reading The Death of Vivek Oji. Okay, TBR Jar, just give me more fantasy sci-fi books. Come on. Okay, I took too many though. Here we go. Here, this is what I need. This is what I'm looking for. A book with fire in the title or cover. And I'm already looking at it because it's also part of the book stack that I am using to prop you guys up. So let me find another book to slot in between and then grab it so I can show it to you. My tripod broke, so sorry for the different angles, but I am selecting Iron Gold by Piers Brown. This is the fourth book in the Red Rising series, or book one in the second era of the Red Rising series, because we did have the first trilogy, which it was only meant to be a trilogy, but it was so damn good. It was so good that Piers Brown was like, there's no way I'm going to do this to my dear readers. Let me give them more, and I want more. So here we go. I'm about to start Iron Gold by Piers Brown, one of my favorite series of all time. I absolutely adore Red Rising. It's a series that I will keep reading and rereading over the years and get prettier and prettier copies, hardcovers, special editions. I've got plans for the series. But yeah, looking forward to this one. I've been waiting for my audiobook to become available because it's a much more involved reading experience for me when I have the audiobook as well. I absolutely love the narrator for this book. Okay, I've got faith. 2 more to go. It's looking good now. It's looking good. Okay, I almost saw that one. So this one says, read a fairy tale retelling. Don't know if you'll see. A fairy tale retelling. Huh, okay. This is, I guess, a fairy tale retelling. Is this book 1? This Poison Heart, I think it's a retelling. Is it a Snow White retelling? Is this a retelling, you guys? I don't know. But I said fairy tale. Why did I write fairy tale? I don't know why I wrote fairy tale, because now I feel like I'm not finding fairy tale. I think I'm gonna take this just as a retelling, because I don't know, man. I don't know why I made this one complicated. Anyways, I think this counts. I really do think this counts as a retelling. And I think it's probably like high time that I pick up this book. I already have book 2, I believe. So yeah, this is a YA fantasy. I'm gonna say that this is a retelling, but I'm gonna do a bit of research on it. So this is Briseis has a gift. She can grow an apple tree from seed in a heartbeat, and flowers bloom at her touch. And when she inherits an old house, she suddenly has the privacy to test the powers for the first time. But as Bree starts to magic the house's rambling grounds back to life, she finds she has also inherited generations of secrets. In a hidden garden overgrown with the most deadly poisonous plants on earth, a dark legacy lies waiting for her, and Bree's long departed ancestors won't let her rest until she finds it. From the author of Cinderella is Dead comes a contemporary fantasy about knowing where you come from and stepping into your power. I actually don't have Cinderella is Dead, so this is what I'm going to be reading for a retelling. Okay, last book. Give me a good one. Give me a good one, TBR Jar. Yes. It's a good one. Read a science fiction novel. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. That is exactly what I'm gonna do. And I really know what I want to read. I want to pick up Leviathan Wakes by James S.A. Corey. James S.A. Corey is a pen name for 2 authors who contributed to this book. I know they don't mention them in here, but I'm not going to go into Goodreads to check that again. But there we go. James S.A. Corey is a pen name for fantasy author Daniel Abraham, who is the author of Age of Ash, which is another sci-fi book that I really want to read, and Ty Frank, who happens to be George R.R. Martin's assistant. They both live in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Find out more about the series at www.theexpense.com. Can't wait to read this one. This is now streaming on Prime, and it's called The Expanse series. I heard amazing things about it. I absolutely want to watch it, but I want to read first because I also heard really, really good things about the actual book. So yeah, that is the reading plans outside of the physical books that I have. In terms of audio books that I read just as audio, I never really know until I pick it. So I can't say what I'm reading in terms of audio, but on the ebook side, which for me means graphic novels, I'll continue with Saga. I'm currently on volume 9, which I might finish before the end of September, so I might be on volume 10 by October. I am probably going to be on volume 3 of Low Olympus by October, so I'll continue with that as well. And I will probably also have read volume 5 of Heartstopper because it is available on Webtoon. So I've got a lot of books to keep me busy, but for now, this is the physical TBR that I have going on. I'm looking forward to reading these books. We do have a good mix between sci-fi, retellings, I think. 2 sci-fis with Piers Brown as well, some African literature, some non-fiction works, and some fantasy. So I think it's going to be a good reading month in October. So we'll see how this goes. If you made it this far in this video, leave me a jar emoji for this TBR jar. And thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Let me know down below what you plan on reading in the month of October. Remember to like this video if you enjoy it. Subscribe to my channel if you wanna. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Tell me why